Hey there, everybody. I'm Ms. Blair. I am your World History Honors teacher and or your AP Psychology teacher. And I'm going to go over a few things with you today for our open house. So welcome. Okay, so as you can see, this is our classroom. It's pretty bright. I try to keep it really warm and inviting and friendly. I try to keep everything very inclusive and relaxing. A couple of things. So the first thing is, as far as our daily agenda goes, nothing too crazy. We normally start the day after the bell rings, getting settled in, turning any homework, any missing work, anything like that. Followed by our bell ringer that takes the first couple of minutes of class. Then we'll move into our lectures and content, whether it's just a straight standard lecture that you guys take notes from, or it's like a big game or simulation that's going to take a day or a couple of class days in general. And then ultimately, we usually wrap it up with some kind of closing activity, some closing thoughts, that kind of thing to kind of wind down for the day. As far as my expectations go, I run a pretty normal ship. Main thing, I have one main rule, and it's give respect, get respect, right? You don't start anything, there's not going to be any stress or any trouble for you the whole year. It's pretty relaxing and calm. Hopefully you can tell with the blue everywhere. Also, you need to do your own work, right? Make sure you're not getting stuff from other people, right? That kind of thing. Just give your best shot. This is an effort-based class. So if you do your own work, you give it your best shot, you're going to be fine. There's lots of extra credit. There's no reasons to cheat. There's no reasons to stress out, right? We take everything nice and easy. Another expectation is you need to come willing to learn, right? As well as don't disrupt other people's chance at learning, right? At bettering themselves and getting a chance at, right, a good education for their high school career. So, right, show up, be on time, and give it your best shot. Okay, so we're going to move on to curriculum. Since I teach two different courses, I have to go over this twice. So the first thing is for World History Honors for both parents and students. I pull a lot of content from, it's called Students of History, right? It covers a lot of the other social studies courses, not just mine in world history, but also civics and government. Some teachers use it, some teachers don't. Since we don't technically have, right, like a standardized end of year exam, I rely on this. I also pull a lot of miscellaneous resources, right? Games, simulations, that kind of different things. As far as enrichment and increasing the rigor in the classroom, I use a lot of activities from AP World that I use in previous courses when I taught that. As far as AP Psychology, it is cut and dry, right? Everything we do by the College Board CED. CED stands for Course and Exam Description, right? It shows you units 1 through 9. This presentation is everything that's underlined is a live link taking you to those links, to those websites, and to that curriculum, and you can read it line by line, standard by standard, assignment by assignment, so you know kind of what you're getting into. Okay, again, so for resources, right? Most of what we do in world history, it's hands-on or it's paper or digital, so you will have everything that you need. You don't need anything, any outside other resources or anything like that. You don't even need a textbook. The one that I use online is actually way above me, but you can't see it because of the camera. It's on, right? It's online, it's digital, it's free for students to use. As far as my AP Psychology course, there are a lot of resources because, right, we're all trying to make it to the end of the year, right, to the AP testing season out usually in May. And there's a lot of good resources to help you get over that hurdle and get you to pass that AP test with the score that you're looking for the colleges that you're looking to get entrance credit in. So the main thing is our AP Psychology textbook is by Myers. It is the 3rd edition. This version is specifically done for the AP Psychology course. We also use Albert.io. It is an online software that we would do a lot of formative questions so that you guys can just kind of check yourselves as you're going through the weeks and the months leading up to the exam. We do it for each unit. A lot of times we do it in class in groups. I do a lot of group work. I have tables as my preferred seating arrangement. So if you want to work independently on some assignments, you can, but a lot of what we do is team-based or group-based or partner-based. Another resource, right, is for College Board, straight to the horse's mouth. Anything you need, they do have videos and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. I prefer a lot of the outside resources, but that might just be my own personality. You guys will go home with an AP review book that you take home, and it is yours for the school year. You rent it, right? You borrow it from the school library. It is your responsibility to bring it back in one piece. You check it back in at the end of the year after you've taken your AP exam. In my class, you can't see it, but I also have a giant not poster board, dry erase board. It is our vocabulary word wall. There are 562 vocabulary words in this textbook that is going to be on this exam. And that's not to scare you or anything like that. It is 100% doable. We just take it like a couple of words a day, right? Bite-sized pieces. So we have this giant word wall, and it's on every single unit. I erase it after every single test. I just erased it earlier today to move into the next unit since, right, we're coming back into a new quarter. And then also we have Quizlet, right? Since this is a vocabulary at this time, it is a vocabulary heavy exam. So we have Quizlet, which is, if you're not familiar with it, a lot of the foreign language classes will use it, where it's vocabulary drills. And to also after you pass that point with Quizlet, right, to kind of hone that skill in, we actually do take vocabulary quizzes, and that's even before your unit exam. So you have many attempts to get familiar with this content over the course of the weeks and the months leading up all the way until the end of the year. We have 9 months to get through this content, and it's plenty of time. Okay, all right, moving on to the last little bit. Just a little bit, again, one for each class that I teach. So for World History Honors, I usually do a civilization management project, right? It's a team project. It takes place over each quarter. Right now I'm redesigning it because it does take a lot of time to see as far as moving into next year if I want to use it again or not. We do watch a lot of historical films, stuff like that, right? That's vetted by the administration to make sure that it is both a learning experience, right? Not just entertainment, but that it is learning, it is applicable to the standards, and they can see some things that you can't really see by just taking notes from a screen, right? We also have debates, simulations, a lot of hands-on activities. I do a lot of art. I tell my students, regardless of which course you're in, my class is 1/3 lecture, 1/3 like art, and then 1/3 science lab. So we're always doing something different every day. As far as AP psychology goes, right, it is a college level course. So it is a lot of note taking. It is a lot of listening, a lot of retention. But we do have lab days where we're doing dissections. We dissect an eye, we dissect a brain. Because there's a huge biology section at the beginning of the year. We have days that we do research, dependent research, and then we have general experiments and stuff like that go on, because AP psychology, it is both a social science, and then at the end of the day, it is also a science. So, right, we have to get all that fun stuff in that we can. But hopefully this has been informative for you, and I'm here if you have any questions. My email is Megan Blair, BLAIR, at rivercityscience.org. Thank you and have a good day.
Hello, my name is Belicia Curtis, and I am the 9th grade social studies teacher. I will be teaching Holocaust history and African American history to our future 9th graders. So just a little bit about myself. I've been teaching for 8 years, and this is my 4th year teaching at River City Science Academy High School. What I've taught in the past, I've taught civics, U.S. history, world history, and I currently teach African American history and Holocaust history. So when your 9th graders come to high school, they will have me, and the courses they will be taking will be Holocaust history and African American history. Yes. 2 history courses, 1 year. So both history courses are semester courses. The first semester, they'll be taking Holocaust history, and the second semester, they'll be taking African American history. What I love about these courses is that it introduces new ideas and new history to the students. From years in the past, I've noticed that a lot of kids don't have any background information on the Holocaust or even in African American history. So they're going to be learning new concepts, learning about new people, and learning about new events, which ninth graders are really excited to dive into the courses, and is really beneficial to them. Holocaust history, like I stated before, will be taught in the fall semester. The course really is built for understanding the events of the Holocaust. We will study events that lead up to World War I. We will talk about the rise of Nazism. We'll talk about the history of anti-Semitism, and then we'll dive deep into World War II. And then we'll talk about the aftermath of Holocaust. For African American history, the course is really gaining an understanding of the contributions of African Americans to United States history. We'll focus on different time periods or major time periods, and we will go all the way up into modern day African American history. Like I stated before, students really enjoy taking the classes, and both classes can relate to each other, so they build on each other. What we do in my classroom is a lot of collaborative work. Students will be doing group projects together. We have a lot of class discussions. We really like diving into talking about the different perspectives that we share within our classroom community. So I am super excited to meet my new group of ninth graders. And if you have any questions, my email was on the first part of the PowerPoint. And I hope you guys enjoy your experience here at River City Science Academy High School. Thank you.